Hello there, people. How are you doing today? I hope things are going well for you. I didn't get anything up over the weekend because I was out of town getting to meet up in person for the first time with someone who's been a friend online for years. And it was wonderful. Oh my God, it was so good. I had such a beautiful, beautiful time. The weather was perfect. It's just, yeah, I had a really nice time. So I was out doing other important things. People and friendships are important too. Working is very important. And sometimes, you reach a point in your life where you realize it's not actually the most important thing, maybe always. Family and friends actually count a great deal. So that's what I was doing over the week. I will have stuff up this week though. Now here we go. This city, a bit's changed since you last saw it because sometimes I get playing and it's really hard to stop and it's 1 o'clock in the morning and what can I tell you? So my friend Rhino has sat and worked through some of this stuff with me. Rhinoceros Heights, because this was his idea, and Rhinoceros Lows, because it just seemed like the right thing to do. Over here we have the Evermoose Estate. Now this needs decorating terribly. I really haven't done anything to prettify this. I've got sort of the main gate area over here with one of these signature buildings, they're calling it, which seems kind of nice. It's a a restaurant on the bottom and some posh estates upstairs. So I put the pretty little park here in front of it. I thought that was a good thing. And lots of cars parked, but oh, train, we have a train. It's just a tube station. So that's the only part of it that's overground because I like to get to see them a little bit. But this way they're underground, not cluttering up my life. We do have a school over here, a little playground. We had a couple. I think this is another of the signature buildings here, the Iron Press building. That's kind of pretty too. I like that. That looks like something I could build in Minecraft. Yeah, so I want to pretty this place up. So I'm going to do have parking over here. I don't think it's being used much yet, is it? Well, actually, it is now. So who knew? But I intend to plant a lot, like, you get the little trees just planted along here. I need to do a whole lot of that over here. I want this place to be really posh and very, very pretty. I put in this technical building and made the comment of, oh my goodness, look at all that land, like all the green space that goes with these buildings. We got a couple of athletic fields back here. All these park areas, little picnic area in front, another courtyard thing here. I mean, it's amazing. Parking. And I just went, I can't believe all this green space for university. This must be only for super, super rich people. And my friend Rhino, being a European, just went, your North American is showing, dude. It's like, okay, I'm sorry. Different worlds, guys, different worlds. So the city's coming along well. We've got some skyscrapers going. Most people seem to have jobs. I haven't really checked carefully in a while, but it's coming along. Now, I was asked, because up until literally a few minutes ago, I didn't have low density demand at all. I've played this game for hours with no low residential demand. And it's simply because you reach a point where the land value is too high. Where am I looking for? There it is. The land value is so high that people who don't want to live in single family homes because their taxes and stuff are just too much. So this was low residential at one point, and I'm just kind of moving it up as the money comes in and the values rise. So they didn't want any. There was hours of this game where there was no demand whatsoever for low density housing. As soon as I put these farming areas in, however, and started running a road down here, and I checked the natural resources right here, and I might put something on that wee bit of island. The map stops right over here. So I'm thinking about turning, just kind of drawing a line of trees across this, or a wall of something to hide it, and just turning this little section back here into the industrial area for this island part of my city. And I'm not going to move over to the mainland until my island is filled the way I want it to be. But I mean, there is a farming area there. I'm not going to use it because this will be so full of ground pollution. Nobody's going to want to eat this stuff, okay? I mean, I guess maybe we could put textiles there. We don't, probably I won't, but If you look at the wind, is there a place, will the wind show here? No, the wind will show if I do this. So we'll go ahead and do that. You can see that everything, you know, all I would build out here in industrial will be going off past the edges of the map. It's just all going somewhere else, and it won't become a problem for my people at this end, which is kind of good. I like that. So I'm thinking about taking this little industrial hellscape over here and moving it to the far island, put a couple of tube stations out there, or just one, so that people can, you know, get to work easily and without using the cars. And then at some point we'll put a big bridge across here, so all this industry stuff can go right across to the main highways and out without having to cross through my city at all, because I feel that that's kind of important too. Because right now, if I move the industry down there, this is going to be the main road out, and it's going to get pretty cluttered up right through here with trucks and things. But you know what? I could put an underground road and avoid all of that, couldn't I? Ooh, I could just buy these places here and put an underground, although I'd have to go really deep with the river there. I don't know, something to think about. We have options. We have options. So at any rate, as soon as I got, you know, the roads in the countryside out, then you start getting demand for low housing, because as you can see, this land is valued at nothing. So it's like, oh, I can afford there, let's build over there. So that's you know, that's how the resident stuff seems to go. As the land value goes up, their desires to live in certain places will change, and then you have to change your housing to go with that. Over here, our little remove the poop experiment seems to be working. I'm pretty sure, and I'd have to go back and look at some early screenshots or something, but I think this poop thing covered that little area. And you can you just see in here, can you see that, how it's, there's like little bits still along the shoreline, but it seems to be clearing up. It's slow. This is proving to be a horribly slow process, but it seems to be working. So go for science. Now what we've done is disconnect this from the main grid by putting in a highway here, because that doesn't have water and stuff going through. And then we ran a dedicated line to suck up water from this disgusting stuff into this one little area over here, which is again disconnected from the main grid by a highway. So this, the machinery and whatever of our industrial little blip here is using polluted water. But the theory being that that's going to clean this up. Because if we look at pumping stations, you know, this is trying to push in clear water here. So my hope is that, you know, it's going to be able to clear this out at some point, because it's gross. And at that point, what I might do, once that's clear, what I might do with this little blip of road here are our signature buildings. We've got a pop musician, a theater actor, and a sculpture mansion. We got two of each, basically, one North American, one European, because here again, rock, film, painters. We've got two musicians, two artists of some sort, and two actors. And I thought, you know, we could maybe turn this into our what would we call that? Our influencers row, or our starstruck street or something, and put the 6 of them along there. It might be kind of fun. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I'm not sure about their sizes, and of course I don't have them open yet. There was a building, I've been trying to get this one because I think it's absolutely beautiful, and I want it over there for what is it called? What did I call it? The Evermoose Estate. I want this building for that particular section, and I need North American medium density, and I was going with mostly European stuff. So for in here, this section through here, I have been putting in mostly North American, and we need the medium. So what do we have? We have North American medium density. So I'm going to put in a whole lot of that through here, just to hope to get that house unlocked, that building unlocked, so I can put it over in the Evermoose Estates. So let's do it. And then we'll think about moving our, you know what, I'll leave that for a corner store or something. And then we'll think about starting to move our industry into other places. All the other little places. And yes, I am doing this on purpose, just mixing it up. I just want to have lots of North American stuff for a wee while. But I suppose they will want, now low density business. Let's see if I should go North American or European, depending on what we have here, because these are commercial. What do we want here? Low density North American. A diner. It's a 60s diner. Okay. 50s, 60s. I think that's what you see on Highway 66 in the US. Oh man, best milkshake I ever had. A little red and white checked 60s diner on Highway 66 somewhere in the United States. I don't even know what state I was in, but it was fabulous. Food station. You know, none of these are really jumping out as, ooh, I want this. And these are all for high density anyway, aren't they? What do we have in the Europes? Okay, that's cute. Villa City. I want that one. So low density business EU. So that's what we're going to put in here. EU low density business. And we can go after that building. We shall have all the buildings. You know what? Let's leave room for a park. That is one, what have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's perfect anyway. And we'll do this. And we will do this. That's 4. You know what? Let's just go ahead and finish it up. And we'll do s'mores over here. Actually, they've got a pretty big desire for density or commercial, don't they? Cool beans. Well, then let's give them some. I'll put a few offices in between so these people that live along here have got some place to work. That's always fun. And then go back to the, it was North American I wanted, right? For that building? I do believe. Not mixed here. North American medium. You betcha. North American medium. We got this. Okay, what's it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll leave some. Oh, you know what? We'll just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll just click back and forth and mix it up a little bit because we can. There we go. And then we'll get a leave space for parks and things. And then on this one, I didn't want North American, I want European, right? I do believe this is the case. So we'll do that and that. And then some offices. I don't know, are there signature buildings for offices? I mean, what do we have? Low density office buildings. Okay, what do we need? What do we get? A modern office building. Look at that. Crime rate goes down, well-being goes up, interest in university goes up, office efficiency citywide, university grad chance. I mean, that's beautiful to have. Really? That's so nice. And I'm halfway there. A modern office building. Well, that's kind of cool. Coder Park. You know, that's Colossal Orders or something. I love it. And that's low density as well. This is low density as well. Okay, so we just need, you know, and these don't have a style per part of the world. So we'll just go ahead and put in a whole bunch of these, shall we? Leave space for a park in the middle? I think so. And we could do, whoops, I keep hitting the wrong button here, darling. Sorry about that. We'll put in an office down here too, just because we can. And like so as well. Now, one of the, you know what, I might put a road, you know, I'm going to put a path that goes through like this to connect these two, and I'll leave space along here. Although we'll have to cross the road, so they'd have to go up here and around. But people on this side who work here could take the path to there, but not if I have all of this built up. So sorry about your life there, darling. You lose. But that's okay. We'll make it worthwhile for everybody else who gets to stay. Isn't that charming? So we'll put this in. And how do I want to do it? You know what? If we just go straight. Oh, and I messed up the house beside because that happens. And we'll run you down and we'll run this back like there and then across there. Whoops. Do the clicky. There you go, girl. And then this one too, we had room here. Can we catch that? We can. Actually, we just go, oh no, we can't go straight across. Close, but no banana. And it's saying that slope is too steep, so we'll go this way with it. So now people who live here can work there or vice versa. There we go. And I wrecked the building there. That one, it probably will rebuild though, so it should be okay. Ish, maybe. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. But I need North American for this. I think, yes. And that's row housing. Can that not go? No, that took it out. Okay, well, I fail. I'll plant trees there. It'll be perfect. So let's speed this baby up just a little bit. I shall have a sip of tea. Excuse me. Oh, so good. Oh, it's at that perfect temperature. Oh, it's so good. Okay, they need help down here, but we've got a lot more schooling going on. I think I extended all my elementary schools. The college, I put another college in, actually, and then I put the technical college in, but let's look and see at what we have going on for school. So the elementary school is still a problem. We still need more space. We have a lot more children that need to go to school. The high school is working. That's fine. That one's not so bad. Colleges, though, and university, and the universities are so big. They are just like, ooh, this is the university. And I have expanded this one as far as it goes. I've already got one library there. We got the park in the back. I took my main road and ducked it underground because I wanted to do that. Had to cut out a few farmers' fields, but we didn't cut in too hard to their yearly profits, so I think it'll be okay. Was experimenting with this little walkway situation. People do use it. They used it a lot when I first put it in, but I guess things have moved around. I got subways in now, so maybe they don't need it so much. Oh, there's still people there. Strange little thing, but I thought, yeah, I'm going to see what it looks like. I still don't know if I like it or not, but it's an interesting feature. I'm not sure if it's a good feature, but it's okay. Well, I can live with this for a while. I can live with this. It's all good. Traffic seems to be okay. Is there any bottlenecks anywhere at the moment? Lots of people parking on the street, but I don't really care. Oh no, I mean, things seem... Wow, things are actually... Look at this. The streets are quiet. Wow, what is this for? A traffic jam. Well, open your mouth and say a thing, and then the game will go, yeah, watch this. Now, sometimes you see these traffic jams and you go, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong in this case is this parking lot. Because we're going to have one person who's trying to take a left-hand turn here who's going to bugger up this for... See this? See this is going on? This is my bottleneck right there. And then, of course, we have a bazillion people coming in and out of places because of that. And then they're crossing and closing everything up. I mean, in terms of a traffic jam, this is only going back a half a block. Where I live in Canada, that's called every single light. I mean, that's... I don't get the problem. Okay, this is backed up here like forever. But it's because people are going this way and trying to do what? Make that turn into there? Because there's hardly anything going up that way. Okay, there's people going through now. Let's watch this for a minute and see what's going wrong. The parking lots can really mess up your roads in a hurry. Or occasionally you'll see this big traffic jam and you go, oh, what have I done wrong? And you're going to see one car who's decided, for arcane reasons that I haven't figured out yet, to pull a U-turn. And he's waiting through all the traffic going by, and then that gets backed up around the block for 4 miles. It is terrible. This just needs to... Can I make this bigger without trashing buildings? Because that would be cool. I can. Will that make any difference? That's the one that's there now. Let's see. Oh, look at all the cars. They're going, ah, she's confused me. I don't know what to do. Because this has that second lane. I mean, not really a second lane, but at least they're not sharing. Well, no, they are still sharing, damn it. It's not really helped much, has it? What's that going to do? That's going to rip out way too much. Okay, if anything, if I decide to do anything with it, and I may just say, you know what, you want to live there, deal with it. Or I'll put in a tube station, a stop, you know, right in here. Will it fit right in there? Let's find out, because I don't know. The subway, aren't these adorable little things? They're just tiny little things on top. Look at, I mean, they just fit, look, it would fit in around here without too much death and disaster to everything else. Yeah, I'd have to remove something, but maybe that little one right there. Interior design. But it's due. If I remove the parking lot, it'd be no problem at all. But this seems to have cleared up a bit. Okay, that's clear now. This is moving now. Whoops. And that's moving now. Okay, so whatever was going wrong, it was just a momentary thing. And that happens sometimes. You'll just have a single car that's trying to pull a U-turn, or there'll be a traffic accident and they've got to wait for, you know, the road crews to come in or something like that. And it can look like you've made this horrendous mistake, and it's just not. It just needs a minute to, you know, take a deep breath, have a look, go make a cup of tea, and then you're fine. But sometimes the parking lots, really check out your parking lots. If you're finding you've got a really backed up area like that, check them to see if they're doing something that's just evil, because they might be. Now, you know what I could do? I could do a walkway right across here, although it's not much of a walk around the block anyway, and we could put in a tube station over here. And I think I might do that. But so far, okay, issues here. Well, I did just put in a bunch of housing. So for right now, I'm going to ignore this. Because when you first put in a bunch of new housing, you get a lot of people moving in. And this all is being built up and populated at the moment. So you kind of have to take a big influx right at the gates sort of thing with a grain of salt. Don't worry about it. Give it 10 minutes and check it again. It should be fine. So anyway, that's the state of the city right now. I have determined that this city, and I've thought about doing this for years, and I finally decided this is the one. Every intersection in this city is going to be a roundabout. I am not going to deal with lights in any fashion. If there are places where people really need to cross, I have made some walkways that are underground, and then I tried this thing, but it just takes up too much space. So I do have some underground walkways like this, which are neat and tidy, and people can just tuck in and get to the other side of the street if they want to, which actually quite helped this area when I put that in. For a bit there, it was just like, oh my goodness, everybody was just swamping to use it. That was very nice. Lots of parking here, which is actually pretty much all being used too. And I put this building in. I love this building. This is a parking lot. This is the most ridiculous, overpriced, horribly expensive to upkeep building, and I love it. Some things are just worth paying for. You pull your car in, some elevator takes it up, parks it, it comes back down by elevator later, and I am not going to build it. It's right there because I've got, you know, the skyscrapers around it. I'm not going to put anything tall here, because I want to be able to see this baby anytime I want to. I love this building. The upkeep is ridiculous. For what it does. I love it. I think it's wonderful. It's okay. I love this thing. And it's being used. Look at that. It is being used. And that's even with nothing across the way. You've got to go down a side street to get to it, and it's still, you know. But as this builds up, and I might not make this row and this row high, or the super high density either, because I don't want them blocking it. It's just too pretty. So land value will determine, you know, the kind of residential demand you get. The more valuable the land is, the less people are going to want to live in a single family residence. So keep that in mind. If you want to see these kind of things, you're going to have to go out somewhere where the land just isn't worth much. But note that the more parks you put in, the more jobs they have here, the more amenities like all of these things that you start to pop in, that land value will begin to rise. And it's going to make a difference as you move forward. So keep it in mind that there may come a day, if you're too kind, and these houses start to level up, you might reach a point where it's, you know, you've got that no residential demand again. Or if you don't want them, just make sure everything's worth a lot. Last thing I'm going to say in this recording, I've talked to people who have said, oh, I'm having such a hard time making money. I'm always losing money. I can't get skyscrapers. Talk much, Ava? Can't get the skyscrapers to go. It's really hard to find a balance. Honestly, I find if I ignore how much money I'm making, and I know this sounds, you know, condescending, and I don't mean it that way. This is just how this is my style of playing. I don't really spend a lot of time thinking about the money. For the first 8-10 levels of your city, and I can't say much past 12 because I think this might be the highest I've gotten. I'm not sure. But every time you hit one of those milestones, you're going to get a pot of money. They're going to give you millions of dollars. So look, I mean, you're going to get everyone, the cash goes up. And quite frankly, for me, even if I'm losing a bit hourly, this has been enough to just keep me playing, just keep building. It has been absolutely fine. And as for anything else, trying to get things, land value to go up or get the skyscraper started, I just try to build a place that I would want to live in. Do I have a job nearby? Is shopping okay? Is it pretty? Is the environment clean? Are there parks nearby? Can my kids go to school? Do I have a bit of entertainment? But it's not too noisy. It's not too crowded. You know, there's parking nearby, whatever. I just try to build one neighborhood at a time that I wouldn't mind living in. And if I am happy here, I find the people are too, and money comes in. Full stop. I think be kind first, and then the rest just seems to happen. So the game seems to be balanced where if your people are happy, and apparently they like a lot of the same things I do, go City Skylines. If your people are happy, then you're going to you'll make money. You just will. The money will come. You know, the skyscrapers will rise and people will be continually moving into your city. So, you know, one other city I've got is well over 100,000 people. It just and that's the one that's making, you know, hundreds of thousands an hour. Like the money's just coming in so fast, it's ludicrous. I can't build fast enough to spend it. But that's all I'm saying about this one today. I hope you're having a good time, folks. Have a great week. It's Monday. It's beautiful outside here. I'm going to be taking a walk in a wee while. Thank you, Patreons, for being part of my life. Tom, it was fabulous getting to meet you. Scottish Tom is who I got to hang out with this weekend, and it's just been, yeah, good times, folks. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.